Mr Speaker, there are many questions that can be asked about the circumstances that led to South Canterbury Finance going into voluntary receivership, the insolvency that the Minister referred to in his statement, and they will require answers over the next little while. But there comes a time in events like this where essentially a dose of pragmatism has to prevail. And the parallel that I want to draw to the House's attention, because it's similar in magnitude, was the decision that the previous government was faced with over the future of Air New Zealand. A number of questions could have been asked at that time about whether the bailout was appropriate, about the circumstances that gave rise to it. But the fundamental point was, and if the member would just be patient, the fundamental point was there was no credible alternative at that time to the action taken in the broader national interest. And I think that is the parallel that needs to be applied in this particular case. The consequences of allowing South Canterbury Finance to fall over without the guarantee being exercised, without the assistance that's being made available provided, would have been far more catastrophic and significant than the cost of enabling them to continue trading. So, Mr Speaker, I think the decision is the correct one on those grounds alone. What comes out in the wash of time about the circumstances that gave rise to the commercial decisions that led to the company being placed in the position that it was are for the future to reveal and for appropriate action to follow accordingly. But I think it was appropriate in this instance, based on the parallel of previous circumstances, for the government to act in the way that it did and for it to act as prudently as it did.
The Honourable Bill English in reply.